Okay, and welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. This is part 24. My god, isn't it 24? Holy shit. It feels weird saying that. Anyway, hope you have been enjoying the playthrough so far. हम लोग को चोकोबो अनलॉक हो गया. हम लोग ने मार्था को रेस्क्यू कर लिया and everybody just died over there. So yeah, a big whelp there. We got an amazing shot of Torky Boy teaching the kids how to tear off the Imperial limb to limb. Yes, he's training them for future when they become curse breakers. Awesome stuff. Or ठीक है, Clive sleeps here. Oh, by the way, we have a new thing here. Wall of Memoirs. Yes, we have Ambrose here. Tack. Awesome. Very cool. Anyway, और क्या हुआ इधर? I keep coming back here like there's going to be something new. Obviously, there's not. Okay, तो यहाँ पे कुछ है नया. A bird by any other name. Oh yeah, makes sense. Okay, she's talking about the quest. Which is weird, like quest का जो icon था वो plus था पहले, अभी exclamation है, which is okay. It's an inconsistency, but okay, whatever. True. It's so weird, right? In gameplay, she was with us, by the way, during the fight, and now, but starting में frame ऐसा किया था with the cutscene, you know. कोई भी जो भी cutscene थे उसमें ऐसा frame किया था, and with this letter as well, कि like Jill wasn't there. Very funny. No, but it's a good way because they are kind of preserving the kind of story consistency of the quest. Because आगे जाके, because Zola ने optional बना दिया, they're making issues for themselves, you know. They're doing all this kind of thing to make it seem like okay, Jill wasn't there, but like if they had done this as like okay, ये like necessary हो जाता Chocobo, so this wouldn't be necessary. Come on, they could have had a real interaction there. I don't know what the logistic behind all of the decision making there, but whatever. Cool stuff though. Cool stuff. They're keeping it consistent with the inconsistency. They never do. Awesome stuff. But yeah, it's so weird, right? There are so many people out there who played this game and could have missed out, you know, on so many of these things, you know. इतने सारे dialogue, इतने सारे additional, you know, content. It's crazy. Yard Chocobo. Okay, good recipe, I suppose.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
True. Let's go in here. और क्या है?
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they get their fish? They ate flying fish, silly.
Silly. Hippocrates. There was a time when I had to come back to Hippocrates all the time because उसका वो level up होता था.
Is there something
knowledge.
I might assist you with, Clive?
Like look at here, okay?
Study the
You with
terms.
them, you know. This used to always be, you know, leveling
You
up
are
all the
always
time.
welcome, Clive.
But yeah, now it's not the case. It's done, one and done.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
True. क्योंकि फिर इसका engine चालू होता है and they could fly. Oh, actually they were talking about flying. You know, people lived in the sky and they would yeah. Interesting, man. Interesting. और भी कुछ देखना है फिर सीधा उससे बात करनी है.
It's all right to touch him.
ये क्या बोलता है?
You told me you could fire a a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design.
हाँ ये हो चुका है बात.
Master Sid.
इसके बाद कुछ नहीं है नया.
What do you need? Sorry, what it be?
नहीं है. और कुछ?
Chocobo, Chocobo, why can't you fly? What
Ye
good
chocobo?
are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap
Well, look,
harder,
they were
says
chicken.
bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap
It's a
harder,
black
or
chocobo.
Into the oven you go.
Wait. It's a black. नहीं brown है lol. Because the coloring समझा नहीं मुझे. But काफी brown है ये. It's not light brown. It looks like black out of the photo mode.
Chocobo, Chocobo, why can't you fly?
Not gonna lie, I'll be honest. मैंने ये गाना कभी नहीं सुना है ये बंदे के मुंह से because I was just playing the game.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood.
मुझे जाना नहीं है नीचे बहुत है यहाँ पे बहुत सारा डायलॉग करके रखे हैं लोग ने.
And you say Sid built this place?
यार मैंने इतना टाइम बिताया था यहाँ पे आंसर करने में इसका ये तो दो यार कम से कम रिवॉर्ड तो दो. चल एक काम करता हूँ काफी टाइम चले जाएगा वरना. लेट्स गो बैक टू दी start. You know that's how we do it in the SNT era. Lol. चलो.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Get together.
You remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
Oh.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
Hell yeah.
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle. Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Lol.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Even after all that, he's no jolly man. Auto counter. Is that the hunt and the side quest? Aligned report.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Actually, let me go to Vivian. I need to understand.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty. Karen's seen to that. Though we're always one missed shipment away from disaster.
यहाँ पे रेन होता तो क्या करते हैं लोग?
So Martha's all right. Yep. Others weren't so lucky though. Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe. Not that I'm planning a journey.
There we go. Good.
How are you doing?
How you doing?
Quick look.
None. Happy.
Seen enough?
ये क्या
Fancy
बोलता
a
है?
look at the list, do you? Oh, same old. So,
Lol. Oh, Kenneth भी नहीं आया. Damn. I vaguely remember him.
And Sid? He's still with us too.
Cool.
You off then?
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
Mm-hmm.
Still. Words are immortal.
Damn.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay, renown had reset. तो क्या मिलता है मुझे भी? Oh, we are getting AP. Your merry band of outlaws and passion the telling to the top among the ladies of the court. Gather together several items of world that you might continue your gallantry.
You earned this.
Okay. Respect. The other one rolled on third, but that didn't mean oh, the black. Nice. Flawless
All
material.
yours.
Thank you. Okay, मिलने Okay. Time. Cool.
Come again. I may have more for you.
ये क्या बोलते हैं? Nectar.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Lol. Exposition. Lol.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
We have the power of subtitles. बाप रे अब हाइपर हो रहा है इतना
I don't think so.
Mughals being Mughals. क्या stupid है भाई ये क्या है हंट में भी अपने पास okay so there's a big issue here okay with this thing you cannot really accept the hunt like you know in FF14 you have to do that and you can open your inventory all the time and you can like look at it मुझे literally ये करना पड़ा कि मैं हमेशा screenshot लेता था and I used to like look at my screenshot you know real quick game चालू रख के Now I cannot even do that because I cannot take screenshot while recording, but I'll figure out a way. I'll just look through guide, you know, no issue, whatever. But yeah, like कभी भी देखना ये लोग ये नहीं बताएंगे. Hunt I think ऐसे बताते नहीं है. Unless you discover the hunt, yeah, they won't tell it to you. But yeah. Anyway, I think ये जो move है जो ये लोग ने किया है right they brought the Sandbreak entire capital over to Crystalline Dominion right ये होता नहीं अगर हम लोग इसको break नहीं करते probably because I think the counselors and consultants might have convinced the king to not do it right but you know desperate measures बोल के यहाँ पे कर दिया वो लोग yeah अभी हम लोगों को कहाँ जाना है इधर ना Hawk Cry Cliff okay wait we have a quest oh yeah we do holy shit the fruit of labor come on we have it
Without a ship to carry it there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Cool I just want to go where we've been entire state of the realm
How may I help you today?
अभी कुछ है क्या? March of the Black Shield. Look at all the inner voices, man. It's insane. The Black Shield is somehow a twisted joke. तो मुझे एक चीज देखनी थी, right? Petro captain of this ship. Take care of Martha. You can count on it. He's out there somewhere. Why would she do this? Where shall we ride today, girl? Hey. I still don't know who or what he really is. और ये क्या बोलता है? Steal away. कुछ नहीं बोलता है किसी के बारे में. नहीं. Okay, मैं ये बाद में करूँगा. I don't want to put too much time into this. तो मुझे ये देखना था कि ये है Drake Breath, okay? ये है Drake Fang. We need to go here, right? But how are we going to do that? So that's what we need to find out, right? और क्या है? ये है Drake Tail. तो ये है Fang. ये है Breath. And इधर एक हुआ करता था Drake Eye जो उड़ गया Northern Territory का. अपने पास नहीं था ना कोई भी. रोसारिया के पास एक भी नहीं था, I think. Right. And Benumir, okay. So it doesn't like the ocean, Benumir. Okay. और क्या है इधर? तो यहाँ पे ये इनका फाइट चालू है. Men of the Fifth, the Imperial Army. ये लोग इधर से इधर तक गए हैं. Siege of the Crystalline Dominion. And then अपना Drake Fang इधर है. We were here before. और Drake Breath इधर है. And और क्या है? Oriflamme, Drake's Head, which we उड़ा दिया हमने. Drake's Head, Drake Fang, Drake Breath. That's part of the entire head, okay? And then there's Drake Tail, and then एक और था Drake's Horn. Drake Horn, okay, cool. मैं like anatomy समझ रहा हूँ इसका. What does this mean, you know? And then Drake's Spine. तो बाकी का क्या हुआ? बाकी की बॉडी का क्या हुआ यार? और ये सब हम लोगों ने कभी एक्सप्लोर ही नहीं किया. ये सब ब्लैकआउट हो चुके हैं. एरिया. Interesting, very cool. ये मैप देख के थोड़ा लग रहा है कि वर्ल्ड काफी बड़ा है, नो. There's a bit of roundedness to the map as well. But yeah, right now क्या हो रहा है? There is all the black shields that are like attacking. फिर अपन भी है. Wait.
Study it well.
We are on Siege of the Strait. My bad. We are on Siege of the Strait. Black shields अभी वहाँ से हट चुके हैं. Barrel culling. Okay, they are doing all of that shit. And यहाँ पे हम लोग अपना जा रहे हैं पोर्ट इसोल्डे में, right? And right, we are doing that. Now इनका यहाँ पे अटैक चालू है. The Crystalline Empire. Right. ठीक है, cool. चलो फिर. That's good. That's what I wanted to know. कि लोग करने क्या वाले. चलो फिर. हम लोग थोड़ा सा जाते हैं Hawk Cry Cliff, right? Then the new area that will unlock. And we have a chocobo to boot. So much better. ये क्या म्यूजिक डाला भाई? Southern Route area.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Torgy boy, where does he go?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Revenge.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Tolkien boy agreed. So I think I just realized with this cutscene, right? The reason they didn't include
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Anma.
Okay, so इनका dialogue हो गया. So yeah, I kind of realized that the reason why we don't have the Chocobo in the main quest. Oh, वहाँ पे हम लोग दिख रहा है. Nice. Why we don't have Ambrosia in the main quest? It's probably because they didn't want to include her in the main story at all, because of animation and the writing budget, you know. Whereas then people would think like, Chocobo kidhar hai? You know, there would be places where she would be very helpful, but then they didn't want to add her into the main story back again. Probably because of that.
Justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
Chupari.
It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
क्या बोली ये औरत?
Welcome, stranger.
Uh, 60k? My god. Limit regeneration by 6% when taking damage. Nah. Never, man. बहुत expensive है सब. Night Terror. Okay. हमने ये सब ले लिया. Okay. So as you can see, I've already bought so much stuff. इसलिए मेरे पास गिल कम है. Again, please do not show me elixir all the time. बहुत बेकार item है. I don't know why they didn't think of just reducing the price. Damn, Berserker wing goat for a hefty amount. I will show it to you once or twice if I can. Like it looked cool at the start and then बाद में वो used to हो जाता है. Also, one more thing I'm thinking, like इतने सारे patches हो गए ठीक है game में. Like they have done so much changes to the game, and yet we didn't get an upgrade to like just a change to what's it called, the hunt system, where we cannot add the hunt to our inventory or something like that, so that we can just just go to the map and just kill the thing. I think they wanted to do exploration still, but फिर भी यार इतना भी नहीं यार, but inaccessible बन जाता है.
The roads now.
Anyway, youth.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
The Empire.
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Money.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
We can jump?
I heard it were 1,000.
We cannot.
This is no time to ride.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
He doesn't want to do it. Leave him alone. Feed him some good food, man. Oh wow, we have a lot of doggies here. Let's take a quick one. Let's take a quick one. Where's our boy? Buddy? Okay, इधर. बेचारा छुप गया था वो. Anyway. Very nice. Just want to keep it, okay? It's nothing like really photographic or something like that. Just wanted to get this shot of just for a reminder. Like, ये area में बहुत सारे dogs थे, lol. Oh, that's a good angle as well. Nice. Cool. Chalo, let's continue. I don't know why they made the other dogs like this in the game. They seem like they have some form of issue on their hind leg when they made Corgi Boy so cool like that. I would imagine in K like skeletons were like very basic, you know. But still.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Oh, look at that. A bluebird. और क्या है इधर? Oh, we have an item box. Nice. Pool silk. These villages remind me of Breath of the Wild now.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morning.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Bruh.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
वहाँ पे कुछ था. I left something there. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. Yes, I did. I forgot. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue here. ठीक है. तो और भी लोगों से बात करनी है. Before I do that, let me just go back to Hideaway real quick. Sorry about that main story, okay? मुझे actually जाके वो quest उठाना है. Sorry about this. काफी linear fashion में जा रहा था. बट अभी थोड़ा सा मैंने स्क्रू अप कर दिया.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers on account of what they do for the hideaway.
Right. ये वो बंदी है ना?
Take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She
Yeah.
always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
ये वो बंदी है, वो भी मर गई. Damn. I think वो बंदे का क्या हुआ जो eccentric बंदा था, who was the gardener. So weirdly enough, मेरा controller charge ही नहीं हुआ पूरा. Anyway. Wow. Nice. There's a moment where I spoiled the name, man. What the hell? Anyway, बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को देख के कि at least ये plant बच गया. I don't know how they did that. Is it the same plant or is it like the same species of the plant? यहाँ पे एक बंदा था. Is it the same eccentric guy? More tendrils. चलो ठीक है, हमने ये तो अनलॉक कर दिया. अभी हम लोग को जाके ये अनाउंस करना है, राइट? Should we like just teleport? Lol. My bad, मैंने पूरा क्वेस्ट का फ्लो ही तोड़ दिया.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martell.
Martell. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a Bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to
Bane
collect
might.
the trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Right.
Thank you, Sid.
She saved them, but she died in the process. I hope it was worth it.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
Nice.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
We're actually doing good stuff now.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old
yeah.
Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
Of course.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid.
Lol.
You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Nice.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Planning a journey? Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
भाई खा ले वरना कोई और के खा लेगा.
Them old apples were enough.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind. Even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell.
Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
I didn't
By
need
the
it.
way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Yeah. That was a good quest. That was a really good quest. I think that's how side quests should be, really, you know. Slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples. Comes from the blighted earth, sanctive delegation. But they're doing some crazy work here because they are not using ether in any of this, okay? They're just pure water and dead soil. We'll go something worth eating one of these days in the video. You'll have suspect. Nice. Good. So ये भी बहुत नई चीज़ है. They're actually filtering the water out, which is insane.
Just look at her. Isn't Martell in fine fettle? What about
Indeed.
your puppy mill here? He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up with his brother Kenneth.
Oh, they named them after dead people. Holy shit. Makes sense, yeah, makes sense. Anyways, we are done with the part, right? We can go back to questing, or we cannot because we are running out of time. Let's do a bit of exploration, fine. Let's do a bit, you know. We did take some time off. We have Ambrose here with us, helping us, you know, with exploration. The bluebird is angry, by the way. They actually attack. Oh, we can't cross the bridge like that? What the hell?
That'll do, girl.
There we go.
Fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Alright, I heard you.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get it?
Bro, these people are so dumb. I think very few people have gotten rid of their car. Maybe इसलिए they do not realize कि like ये उनका mark था एक time पे. It's very weird. It's very weird to think of like that, you know.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
These people live with a knife to their throats. in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Okay, I think we'll stop right there. You know, we are up on time. I don't think थोड़ा record करेंगे भैया. Anyway, so I'll stop here. It was a fun one. Lot to discover and explore now. You know, there's a ton of stuff happening in the game. So yeah, very hyped to play more, and hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. All right. See ya.